Stanley, thank you very much for your time, my brother. A 1-1 draw here. What were your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, I think we started off well. The game plan worked out effectively, and then obviously we got the goal. But the second half when we started, we were a bit lethargic, which brought them back into the game a bit. We made some changes just to give stability to the back and also the midfield. It was just unfortunate that the fouls that we considered ended up in giving them a penalty. And I mean we did get I think 2 clear chances in the second half that we should have buried, but again our reaction to the situation was not proper. Yeah, I mean 4 points out of 2 games. I think out of our group, UJ is most probably the toughest opponent. And I think coming from a result of 6-0 in the first half, sometimes the boys will, like I said, be a bit lethargic and take things for granted. Yeah, but I think generally we're still in it. I believe that we'll finish top of the group. Yeah, I mean it's another 1 hour that we have to play. Yeah, so we just have to go for it.
Coach, going into this game, if you can perhaps share with us what was your tactical approach in terms of the system that you played and how you executed it?
Yeah, I mean we play a 4-4-3 with a diamond in the middle. But what we did differently from the first game is that we brought in Urita to the right-hand side instead of his traditional left-hand side, just to try and neutralize their threat with their left wing back. Like I said, that worked off well, and then once we had done that, we then switched back Urita to his more natural position, and then we could then overload to isolate on his side, and that's when we got the goal, and he got us the goal.
Coach, I know during the game you were not happy with some of the officiating. What were your thoughts on the overall performance by the officials?
Yeah, obviously you don't want to get too much into that, but we are not surprised why even in the PSL the officiating is the way that it is. I mean, these guys who are officiating here, obviously they're looking to get promotion to higher leagues. But if they can't handle a simple under-21 game, then you wonder what is it for the future of our referees. I mean, it's a week in, week thing out, whether it's the SAB League, the ABC Mtsepe League. I mean, we see it every week. I mean, you're at the games every week. You see officials being assaulted and all of that. Obviously, I'm not condoning violence and all of that, but some things are just clear. I mean, our keeper went for the ball, got the ball, and the boy just fell on his own, and then he gave a penalty and a yellow card. So now he's punishing the player twice. But like I say, I mean, we can't change the rules. Once it's blown his whistle, it's blown his whistle. But yeah, I mean, UG are a good side. Congratulations to them. Taking nothing away from them. They're a very good side. Wish them luck. Like I said in the beginning, I think this group was always between us and them. I'm just happy that in the first game we were able to score at least an avalanche of goals, so that if it goes down to goal difference, we can at least have that advantage. Yeah, so now I mean we've got an hour to rest, replenish, and then yeah, we'll see how it goes at 3 o'clock.
Coach, you just mentioned that you've got an hour to rest. How do you manage this? Because it's game after game after game, the loading on players, fatigue, and so on. How are you managing that?
Yeah, it's tough, especially if you look at what we have in terms of resources. So we're just making sure the boys are off their feet as much as possible. Lots of hydration, cold water over the face. Yeah, but mostly if they're off their feet, just nibbling fruits, apples and stuff like that, replenishment drinks and all of that. Unfortunately, we don't have a big squad that we can rotate the whole team. Yeah, so yeah, I mean it's just back to discipline. Like I'm saying, if they're off their feet, lots of liquids, cold water the whole time over their face, over their bodies. Let's see if we can hustle a cold shower.
Last game, you've got 4 points now.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're gonna go study the table how it is. But what will be your approach for the last game?
Yeah, I think for us, our game model obviously remains the same. We'll see how we can change, where we change depending on the injuries that we have. Yeah, but our game model remains the same. We must just impose ourselves, we must just be dynamic, we must just be good on the ball. And obviously when we lose it, we must counter press, do it effectively. I'm sure we'll score a good 2 goals. We've watched the opponents. We've got data on them, 2 games that they've played. I mean, my other coaches will then update us how the other game went, or maybe you can tell me because I'm not sure about the result. Yeah, then we'll see. Obviously, I'm assuming they'll want to go all out, and if they go all out, I'm hoping that they open up at the back, and then obviously we'll exploit those spaces that they leave behind.
Stanley, thank you very much, my brother, and all the best in your upcoming games.
Thank you.